Now I'm cutting a piece here.
Okay.
Who's going to be the first one?
I'll try it. Okay.
Bon appetit.
You guys ready? It's a rubbery texture. Wow, that is quite the taste.
The aftertaste is kicking in strong.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't love it.
It's strong tasting. Yeah,
It's strong tasting.
Like ammonia almost,
Yeah.
like a, yeah.
That is what we want.
Today, Greenland sharks are no longer targeted by commercial fishers. But if caught by accident, the museum acquires them so the meat isn't wasted.
How's that, Devin?
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not loving it. I'm having a hard time. The Greenland shark is not something I would probably ever order. I'm really glad I tried it, but I didn't love it.
I can eat another one, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's only 10,000 pounds there for you to eat.
The fermenting process was really interesting to learn about. It's similar to the way we smoke fish. I think it's a cool delicacy, but not what I expected at all. You can tell it's a hundreds of year old method of prepping food. I think me and Devin liked it. My dad and Joel did not like it at all. I don't see those guys ever coming near it again if they don't have to.
Forecast for the Gimli region.
4,500 kilometers west of Reykjavik. Mother Nature drops the hammer back home in Gimli.
Snow 10 centimeters. Wind gusting to 80.
A winter storm continues to hammer Gimli, Manitoba, potentially signaling the start of the winter fishing season. Meanwhile, some 4,500 kilometers away in Reykjavik.
And look what I found here. It's a camera from Gimli Harbor.
Oh, shit.
Word of winter's arrival in Gimli has reached the Kristjanssons in Reykjavik.
What does that look like to you?
Snow covering the lens and cold weather.
That looks like snow.
Yeah, looks like snow and cold. It looks like Reykjavik, but smaller. Hold on, I'm going to look up the weather there.
That's going to cool down the lake.
It's colder in Gimli right now, and it's snowing too. And here we're on vacation. I was hoping to have a little bit of a break. I don't know. What do you think? I'm hoping to enjoy some downtime, but I know you got lots of fish to catch, right? It's probably not bad for you, but is it going to stress you out? Do you want to get back now?
I knew this was going to happen. We're going to be in Gimli thinking about Reykjavik, and we're going to be in Reykjavik thinking about Gimli.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
Chris has a large quota to fish this winter and is feeling the pressure.
My dad did not fish as hard in open water. To be honest, I think he should have went a lot harder, and I think he's going to regret it this winter because he has a lot to do. And I would not want to be in his shoes right now.
Not going to be much of a break, that's for sure.
Still lots to get ready when we get back. All he can think about is that he's got tons and tons of fish to catch. That's going to just drive him crazy. He's going to be anxious. He's going to be irritable, more so than usual.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
Okay, thanks, Dad. Yeah, sounds good. I'm going to enjoy myself for a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right.
Enjoy your coffee.
It's going to be a tough one for Dad this winter.
Look at the harbor here now. I think 150 years ago when the Icelanders went to Gimli, and when they left, what there was.
Chris and Robert have reunited with an old family friend, journalist Steinthor Gudjardsson. They have hosted him in Canada on several occasions when he comes to write about new Icelanders for readers back home in Reykjavik.
So you know the story of your grandfather?
Yes.
Tell me, why did they leave?
Because they had nothing.
Volcanic eruptions, overpopulation, and starvation spurred a mass exodus of Icelanders beginning in 1875.
I always believe those who left, they were strong. They knew that they could have a better life on the other side of the ocean. And I think they're right. It was a tough life to start with, but you have shown what can be done.
What I had, I took for granted. I never understood. As I get older and I listen more to my dad and hear the story of Steinthor, and standing here in the history of my family, my tribe, it sinks in harder. I don't know how to imagine how bad things must have been for that many people to leave here, to leave your home, to go to an unknown future, to an unknown country.
With nothing.
With absolutely nothing. And you hear people speak, they're proud because of the hardships that they endured. It's that quiet passion of agony that gives Icelanders and Western Icelanders their style.
I wonder if this'll go. Better go. At least that started.
South of Gimli, in Husavik.
Careful, she's an antique.
After the first winter storm has come and gone, Justin and Mike begin prepping for the long season ahead.
It's like bringing everything out of the boneyard. Nothing works. Oh, I'm a heart attack.
They'd rather be fishing, but there's still no sign of ice on the lake.
Not even close. On my way here this morning, I always go drive down there like a big weirdo, even though I know it's still wavy.
Well, I'd like to call it a panic now. I'd like to ideally get off the boat and then 2 weeks later go fishing.
Oh, this is something. Fuck. This isn't even fire.
Well, hurry up, we gotta go on the lake today. Oh, there.
We're always starting by end of November, screwing around doing something here at home, getting all the bugs worked out.
Just let it sit for a minute, let the heart rest a little bit. Well, let's get this out, we won't gas ourselves in here.
Last year, the guys launched their bombardier, and it was a game changer. But breakdowns at the end of the season left them short of their quota, the amount of fish they're allowed to catch. This year, supply chain issues are making it hard to get any parts.
It's hard enough to get parts for this bombardier, but now when you start just basic things like a snowmobile, you go, can I get a part? Oh, in a month. Well, I can't wait a month, so then it's scrambling. Like we rely on both snowmobiles for the first month of fishing before we can take the bomber out, so.
Hey, Gene, it's Justin. How's it going? Hey, we were talking about you might have had a spare set of rubber for the bombardier tracks. You still have that? Perfect.
The rubber they need will be used to build new tracks for their bomber before the old ones fail.
They're 1952 parts. Some of them we couldn't get at the time of rebuilding it, so we said, whatever, put it back together. But we have all those weak links still on that machine. If we're busy on the lake, then we're just going to drive it till she breaks and then go from there.
So I think we definitely jump on that. One way or another, work out some sort of deal with them.
Buy now, pay later kind of deal?
Yeah. Buy now, pay later. Exactly. After that, I don't know. Pray for cold weather.
Yeah, pray for ice.
The next day.
Wow, this is awesome.
Back in Iceland.
We're far away from home now.
Doesn't feel like any fishing boat I've ever been on.
Definitely a little different.
50 kilometers southwest of Reykjavik.
We're about to go on the North Atlantic, so I'm excited to get out there and do some fishing. This is my element. I love doing this.
Joel, Devin, and Trevor have connected with a local commercial fisherman to test their luck on the high seas.
It seems to be whenever we travel, there's always something to do with fish. One thing Grandpa's always told me is if you're ever going to go to Iceland, you have to go and learn about fish and fishing and fish processing and all of that.
There's a big difference between the vast expanse of Lake Winnipeg and the whole of the North Atlantic Ocean.
Hey, yeah, it says 12 on the thing. Is that how deep it is here? 12 fathoms?
Yes, yes.
Holy, that's super deep.
There could be sharks swimming down there.
It's almost 80 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What kind of fish are we looking for here? For cod?
Cod, or we can catch hot dog and everything, you know.
Does it automatically reel it in?
Yeah.
And then when it's there, gaff it or just pull it in?
They will ding and they will come up.
There are no nets on this vessel. Fishing is done with outriggers sporting heavy rods and reels.
We don't have to jump down to where the fish are and put the hook in their mouths?
No,
how is this even fishing?
This is Icelandic technique.
The smarter way.
It's basically just like a big fishing rod. That's all we're basically using today. So it's kind of cool. It takes the back-breaking labor out of it. You get to enjoy it a little bit.
I have to go to the shore.
Yeah.
It's more likely to be fish there.
Right now, the current is moving us this way, and the spot we are in, we moved, so we have to move right back to it again to get the perfect fishing spot.
Maybe one day I just catch 2 fishes, you know.
Yeah.
And another day 10 tons. But if you see the birds who are white with a long beak, and you let me know, because there's a fish there.
It is cool to think, though, likely that our ancestors would have sailed by here and seen these same sights, you know? That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a strong connection to the surroundings. No doubt their forefathers sailed these exact same waters.
I feel like there's just so much to learn and to know. It's cool to see, like this harbor kind of looks like our harbors back in Canada. Feels like I could have a skiff here and actually go fishing out of here on our own. No fish yet, nothing yet.
If I was a fish, I'd want to stay down there too.
Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't.
Well, I guess we're not eating today.
Yeah.
You're supposed to supply the whole city of Reykjavik with fish today, Devin.
That's right.
Not only are the guys getting skunked, the North Atlantic has churned up a storm to end their day.
Whoa, it's picking up. Wow. That is crazy.
Let's be careful.
Holy smoke. Oh, you're going to get wet now, Devin. Elvita Vitlis. It's crazy.
Near Keflavik, on the North Atlantic Ocean.
The waves are pretty gnarly right now.
Heavy seas are forcing the captain to head for home.
We're on the ocean in a freaking storm right now. Nothing I plan on doing ever again.
It is cold, wet, and salty. I don't love the salt so much. I'm used to the fresh water, but it's a different way of fishing and it's hard in its own way. The weather is unpredictable here on the ocean. Oh my goodness, look at those waves.
Beautiful out.
Wow. Now these are sea waves. I'm not going to say to go back, but I'm soaked.
Yeah, this is pretty gnarly.
Hello, okay, let's just go in home now. Sorry, no fish.
Oh, it's all good, man. The seas are a lot rougher. Seems like it's a lot more trying to find the fish than back at home. These people are not unlike us, but they got their own hard way about them.
Reel them up, boys. It's freaking cold. Didn't catch any fish. I'm not complaining, though. This was a good experience.
So you guys getting ready for fishing?
We're trying to. You can order parts, you don't get them.
15 kilometers south of Gimli, in Sandy Hook.
So what's the deal with these? You bought them and don't need them?
I got them. I was going to put them on a different bomber, and
They've never been on, eh?
No, brand new.
Mike and Justin have come to see Gene and Candace Pischke, a husband and wife fishing team, about parts they need for their bomber.
You can't just go to the non-existent bombardier store and buy a new set of tracks off the shelves. But he happens to have a new set of rubber he bought years ago and is willing to part with. So we figure we're going to try to hit him up for those before he changes his mind.
I have new tracks on here, and it's going to be 15 to 20 years before I put tracks on again. So
this is kind of the only piece of the puzzle that we don't have.
6 weeks earlier, Gene and Candace's boat broke down, leaving them unable to fish.
The fall season started really well. We've gotten some really good fish, and then, like always, the inevitable happens.
we were fishing, and all of a sudden having issues with the motor one day going out.
We really didn't know if that was it. We were going to have to quit the season with the supply chain issue. It just took forever getting the parts that we needed.
Justin and Mike stepped up, lending their spare boat to the Pischkes to keep their season afloat.
You don't want to see someone say, my season's over because they don't have a part for my motor.
We like Gene and Candace. They're great people. You got to help them. It's their livelihood. That's how they put supper on the table. If we need help one day, I know someone will offer it to us.
Well, you take them, and you can think about it in the process.
Okay.
Well, I was kind of looking for a buy now, pay later program anyways, so.
Yeah, that's fine. I know where you guys live.
Well, I think we'll take you up on the offer. As soon as we find all that pickerel, we'll square up with you.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
As long as there's no interest or anything on the...
There's no...
Okay, you guys have a good winter.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'll have to come for a visit one day on the lake.
Yeah.
We'll race or something.
You bet.
What can be more fitting to a bunch of fishermen to sit and look at fishing boats out the window?
In Reykjavik, the Kristjansons gather for a final meal.
365 days of the year, we talk fish.
And we can eat fish too.
And we eat fish.
So there's the morning paper.
Here it is.
Whoa, look at this.
Ah, you guys made the front pages.
It's about the closing the circle.
Steinthor has written an article about their visit to Iceland.